Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make this makeup bag which has an attached brush holder. So this is a really fun sewing project to do, and all the patterns that you need will be linked below. Okay, so for this DIY you're going to need the patterns which are linked below, your chosen fabric, a fabric for your lining, scissors, pins, a button and some cotton tape. So to start off, you're going to want to pin all your patterns down onto your fabric, and then you're going to go ahead and cut them out. And then you go ahead and repeat the same thing for your lining. Okay, so taking the cotton tape and the brush holder piece of fabric, you're going to pin them together at the top, and then you're going to sew 0.5 centimeters across. Okay, so with your iron, you're going to fold over the cotton tape to the other side of the fabric, and then you're going to sew as close as possible to the edge of the cotton tape, and this is going to finish off the trim. So now you're going to place the holder piece of fabric onto the lining and then sew 0.3 centimeters around. This is just to hold it in place. Okay, so now you're going to want to start making the sleeves for your brushes. So to do this, you're going to use your brushes as a guide. So put them in and start pinning where you want to sew. And then using some tailor's chalk, you're going to mark in the pinned points. And then using a ruler, you're going to draw a line from the points down so that you can just mark in where you're going to sew. This way you can use it as a guide and you can make sure that you're going straight. Okay, so once you've finished marking your lines, go ahead and start sewing them. To finish the brush holder, you're going to take the last piece of fabric, which is actually your main fabric, and you're going to want to put it down, the print down on top of the brush holder itself. And then you're going to sew a 1 centimeter seam allowance the whole way around, apart from the top half. You want to leave that open so that you can turn it through. I really hope that made sense, because I'm really bad at wording anything. So taking your scissors, you're going to want to cut off a small triangle from the tip of the brush holder, because this way when you turn it through it's not going to be bulky. And then just mark in a few nicks on the other corners that have points, and that just makes sure that they don't end up bulky either. Okay, so go ahead then and turn it through the right way, and then you want to iron your seams flat, and this just gives it a really nice clean finish. Okay, so before moving on, make sure that all your brushes sit nicely in the brush pouch, because if not, you're going to find that you're going to want to go back later and try and fix it, and then you're going to have to undo all the work that you did. So you're best off just double checking it now. So once you're ready to move on, take the front panel of the bag and line it up with the notches on the base piece, and then you're going to want to sew 1 centimeter seam. Okay, so the next step is to sew the brush holder and the back panel to the base piece, and again you want to line it up with the notch and then sew a 1 centimeter seam. So the next step is to sew the side seams of the bag together, and again you're going to want to sew that with 1 centimeter seam. So this step can actually be a little bit difficult, even I struggle doing it, so just take your time and you will get there. Okay, so what you're going to do is match up the notches on the base piece with the seam on the side of the bag, and sew 1 centimeter seam. Okay, so now you're ready to move on to your lining, and the steps are pretty much the same as when you're putting the bag together, apart from this time you're not putting in the brush holder. Okay, so once you've it all sewed up, it's time to sew it onto the bag. So what I did was pinned both side seams together, making sure that the right sides of the fabric are facing each other. and then go ahead and sew a 1 centimeter seam, leaving a small section open just to allow yourself some space to turn the bag the right way around. Okay, so I just want you to note as well that if you're using an invisible zip or a visible zip, this step will be slightly different because I'm actually using a decorative zip which doesn't require me to have open seams. So just keep that in mind when you're making your bag. You'll have to adjust this step to whichever zip that you're planning to use. Okay, so now it's time to actually finalize the bag. So I decided to use some snap fasteners as a closure for my bag, and then have a nice decorative button on the front. Okay, so to start off, I just hand sewed the first piece of the snap fastener, but before sewing the second one, I actually filled the bag with my makeup and my brushes so that I could determine the best place to put the second fastener. And then I just hand sewed that on too. Okay, and if you manage to follow my badly worded steps, you should have a bag that looks somewhat like this. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button and share with your friends because it really help out my channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, because I'll definitely have plenty more coming your way. So yeah, don't forget, all your patterns that you need are linked below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!